You ever hear about the time Norway and Denmark got steamrolled by the Nazis in World War II? Of course you have. But did you know that it wasn't as one-sided as people think? Yeah, Hitler's blitzkrieg wasn't exactly a walk in the fjord. These two countries might have been outgunned, outnumbered, and caught completely off guard, but they fought back with sheer guts and grit in ways history often forgets. So, buckle up, because today we're diving into the unexpected resistance of Norway and Denmark during Operation Weserübung. Spoiler alert, it wasn't all surrender and sausages. Alright, let's start with Denmark. Now, if you're expecting some kind of Viking-level resistance, I hate to break it to you, but the entire country was conquered in 2 hours. Yeah, that's not a typo. At 4:15 a.m. on April 9th, 1940, the Wehrmacht rolled into Denmark with a full-scale invasion. Paratroopers, tanks, bombers, the whole terrifying package. And Denmark, completely unprepared. But here's where it gets interesting. The Danish military DID fight back. In Copenhagen, the Royal Guard stood their ground against German troops. And in southern Jutland, Danish soldiers put up roadblocks, fired machine guns, and even took out a few German vehicles. But here's the problem. The Danish government quickly realized that fighting was like trying to punch a tank with a butter knife. Within 2 hours, the king and his ministers surrendered to avoid complete annihilation. Denmark was occupied, but not without a fight. Now, on to Norway, and trust me, this is where things get chaotic. Hitler wanted Norway for its strategic ports and iron ore supply. So, at the exact same time as Denmark, Germany launched a full-scale amphibious invasion of Norway. They sent warships, paratroopers, and an entire armada straight into Norwegian waters. The problem? The Norwegians didn't get the memo, literally. Their government refused to believe that Germany was attacking until bullets started flying. But when the Norwegians did realize what was happening, oh, they fought. One of the craziest moments of the invasion, the sinking of the German cruiser Blücher. Picture this. It's early morning and the Germans are sailing straight into Oslo Fjord, thinking they'll just waltz into Norway's capital like they own the place. But hidden up in the cliffs is the ancient Oscarsborg fortress, armed with World War I-era guns and a handful of aging Norwegian soldiers. And what do these Norwegian defenders do? They open fire. Their old cannons slam into the Blücher, ripping it apart, but they're not done. Oh no, because they have one last trick up their sleeve. A secret underwater torpedo battery, and just like that, they launch 2 torpedoes straight into the Blücher's hull. Boom! The Blücher sinks, taking over 1,000 German troops and officers with it, including a huge chunk of Hitler's invasion force. Oslo was saved, for a few hours at least. Okay, let's be real. Norway was outnumbered, outgunned, and completely unprepared, but that didn't stop them from fighting for 2 whole months. That's right. While Denmark folded in 2 hours, Norway kept fighting until June 10th, 1940. In Narvik, Norwegian, British, and French forces actually pushed the Germans back. One of the first times the Nazis were defeated in World War II. In Lillehammer, Norwegian ski troops ambushed German tanks on skis. Yeah, you heard that right. And even after the official surrender, Norwegian resistance fighters kept sabotaging German operations throughout the war. These guys refused to go quietly. So, what's the takeaway here? That Denmark and Norway were doomed from the start? That Hitler was unstoppable? Nope. The real story is about unexpected courage. Denmark fought for as long as humanly possible before making the painful decision to surrender. Norway held out for 2 months and even managed to sink a Nazi warship. These countries might not have won, but their resistance proved something important. Even when the odds are stacked against you, even when the enemy seems invincible, there's always a chance to fight back. If you enjoyed this underrated World War II story, let me know. Did you already know about this battle? Or was this the first time you heard about the sinking of the Blücher? Also, how can I make my next videos even better? Drop a comment and let me know what historical topic you want me to cover next. And hey, if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Seriously, if you can watch a 15-minute video about Norwegian ski troops ambushing Nazis and not hit subscribe, I mean, that's almost as crazy as trying to stop a German invasion with 2 old cannons and a hidden torpedo. See you in the next one.